Well, hello, everybody. This week we're going to talk a little bit about mercy.
It's called mercy, mercy, mercy.
Hello, and welcome back to our fifth day talking about Divine Mercy. Yesterday we talked about the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and today we're going to be talking about another great saint of Divine Mercy. Of course, I'm talking about St. John Paul II. Now, St. John Paul II first encountered the message of St. Faustina and of Christ of Divine Mercy in Poland. It was there that he grew up, of course. And so when he found the message, his heart was set on fire. He knew he wanted to spread it to the whole world. But the question was, how? Of course, he grew up under Nazi occupation, and then shortly after that, communist occupation of Poland. And so he never had the platform. He barely had a church that he could go to. And so when he became Pope, he found that he had the platform to spread this to the whole world. And boy, did he. He did so in a number of extravagant and really beautiful ways. One of the first things that he did was canonize Sister Faustina to become Saint Faustina. Now, she was already in the pipelines, but he knew that this saint was going to be especially important for the new millennium. And so he wanted to have her beatified and canonized before the year 2000. And in fact, in the year 2000, she was the very first saint canonized. And he said it was important for her to be the first saint canonized of the new millennia so that she could stand at the head to show that the message of mercy is important for these next 1,000 years. And we want it to be the message of humanity. Now, the other thing that he did at the same celebration of the Mass where he canonized Sister Faustina was to name the second Sunday in Easter every year as Divine Mercy Sunday. This is why we celebrate it as Divine Mercy Sunday today. This shocked the world because this little known devotion was just known in Poland, basically, but quickly became known across the world because of its celebration on Divine Mercy Sunday. This, of course, is fulfilling St. Faustina and Jesus' desire that the message of mercy be brought to the whole world. The third thing that he did was he wrote an encyclical. An encyclical is a letter by a pope written to the whole world and to each and every one of us, members of the church, about something important in the life of the church. Something so important that the Pope himself needs to be very clear and very direct to us about why it's important. And it is in that letter that St. John Paul II wrote these words: "The Church professes and proclaims mercy, the most stupendous attribute of the Creator and of the Redeemer, when she brings people close to the sources of the Savior's mercy. Particularly important in this area is conscious and mature participation in the Eucharist and in the sacrament of penance or reconciliation. The Eucharist brings us ever nearer to that love which is more powerful than death. Penance prepares the way for each individual, even those weighed down with great faults. In this sacrament, each person can experience mercy in a unique way, the love which is more powerful than sin and death." Truly powerful words of St. John Paul II, encouraging us to open up the gift of mercy within the sacraments. Much like a Christmas present left under the tree, the gift of mercy can be left sitting there, unwrapped and unused. John Paul II wanted to encourage us to open the gift, to make it a part of our daily life, to not allow it to sit there unused. In fact, he challenged each and every one of us in the church to be harbingers of mercy, to be a sign of God's mercy, to be the next apostle of mercy. St. John Paul II definitely did this during his pontificate. We saw that one of the greatest, without going into too much detail about this story, one of the greatest stories of mercy that he has is being shot in St. Peter's Basilica. It was shortly after that, once he recovered, that he went to prison and he saw the man who shot him and he forgave him. And later, through much witness, that man became Catholic and received the graces of the sacraments of mercy. And he trusted in that mercy. To this day, he continues to go to St. John Paul II's grave to offer him mercy. This extravagant sign of mercy is one I hope that none of us ever have to make. But we can make small signs of mercy, forgiving our family members, being open to forgiveness ourselves, to being forgiven. These small acts of mercy are most important. They can make us an apostle of mercy. It made a saint out of St. John Paul II. Will you let it make one out of you, too?
Called mercy, mercy, mercy.